Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of this very interesting watch. I mean, it's not a smartwatch, but it has a lot of functions, some of the functions which even a smartwatch cannot give you. The brand is AOSLSI or SKMEI. It says watch with compass, altimeter, barometer, thermometer, pedometer, military, army, waterproof, outdoor, sports, digital watch for men. It comes in 4 different colors. Here we have the red, but I think it's also available in blue, green and totally black. Here's the box, really nice box. This could also fit as a nice gift, I think. And here we have it. It's pretty thick, so it looks almost like a G-Shock or so, really stylish. It has also the red things here on the side around the buttons. Here it has the screws. By the way, the band, the wristband or watch band is really comfortable. It is thick but not too thick. It's actually bending really nicely. It has this strap here. Unfortunately, the strap here inside doesn't have any bumps, I mean no locks, you can't secure it here inside, but other than that I would say it works even nicely for small, medium and even large wrists. You can see that here, how you can secure it. Really nice band, I would say. I really love it. I have been wearing this for a while and it worked really good. Here we have the back side. And it comes with 5 buttons. I'm going to explain a couple of them, not everything, but a couple of them. By the way, it comes with this instructions manual. It's pretty detailed, but it's not very easy to read, and it's written very, very small. For some things you really need magnifying glasses, otherwise it's really super difficult to read. But in general I would say most of the functions, about 90% of the functions, are not too difficult. I mean, it's not a smartwatch with touchscreen, so it's a little bit more difficult regarding buttons, but most of the functions have a very similar approach, so this helps a lot. Regarding the display, I would say sometimes it can be a little bit hard to read, but it's not impossible. Also when it's outside very bright, it's no problem actually to read it. But inside, in a lot of occasions, you need the background illumination. But the good thing is you can use it for all functions. In every situation you can use the background illumination, which definitely helps. But without, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. You can see some of the things are super small and it could be a little bit difficult to read. Here we have the normal time, which also includes the date and also the temperature, and you could change that with this button here to the air pressure or see the trend here for the air pressure. With a long press here on the right side we can switch between the different units like Fahrenheit and Celsius, millibar and hectopascal, these things. Then down here on the left side we have the main button where we switch through most of the functions. The different main screens are the time and date, as we already had. Then we have the steps, which is actually the pedometer. Then it goes into the rec, which means the pedometer history. Then we have the first alarm, and then we have the stopwatch chronometer. And then we have a timer, like a countdown timer. Then we have a pacer. And then we have a time tool, like a world time. And then it goes back to the main screen. Here on the right top we have again the barometer, and for some other functions we have to go back to the main screen. Like here we have the compass here in the middle on the right side. As you can see, when I turn it around you can see that it's really changing, so it's not just like a joke or so, it's really working. And down here we have the altimeter, you can see, and with a long press we can switch between feet and meters. So you can see the switch. Now we are on feet, it's -3 feet, or basically, yeah, 0, something like that. I mean, we are really close to the sea level. And a long press again, it goes into meter again. And to set most of the things like the alarm and timer and stopwatch and everything is with a long press, like the alarm. So here we can increase the minutes, and down here we can go down with the minutes. With a short press we can switch to the hours. up and down again, and with a long press we are stopping the adjustment. So same thing for a lot of things. Here timer, same thing. With a long press we go into the setting. We can increase the time up to 99 hours. That's really a lot. You can see 99 hours. That's more than 4 days. With long press we can save it, and with this button we can start the countdown. And what's also good, on the most of the screens we still have the time. So for example, we have the countdown here or the stopwatch or other things, and we still see the current time down here. That's really helpful. On the positive side also is that the mode doesn't switch back to the main mode or so. I haven't seen any like battery saving or so. When we have it on the compass, it stays on the compass. When we have it in the barometer mode, it stays here. And also with the altimeter, when we have it like that, it will stay there. I don't know if it's for hours, but I have seen it for a very long time. So this can be helpful when you're in the mountains. It's not just like measuring for a couple of seconds or minutes. It will stay here and measure all the time. I mean, it's not measuring every second or so, but you will see that it's measuring more or less constantly every maybe 10 seconds or so, I would say. And to show you that the altimeter is really working, and for this reason I have put the watch here in this storage box where you can create a vacuum or at least a lower air pressure, and you can see the difference. It's showing now 642 meters. I have now even reduced the air pressure even more, and now we have inside an air pressure which is around 1000 meter altitude. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to compare it, but it absolutely makes sense. So I think this is really working. And when we release the air here, it will go back to 0 pretty much. You can see that here. It takes a little bit of time. I remove it. So let's see how long it will take. I'm counting the time. Yeah, it took about 20 seconds or so, and it came exactly down back to 0 or -1, but this is pretty close. There's absolutely no problem with that. I would say this is absolutely in the tolerance. And as a last test, I'm doing the waterproof test. So I put it here inside. I'm not going to press any buttons because this is definitely not recommended. I'll leave it here inside for an hour and then take it out, and then let's see if there is some water coming into the watch. So the watch has been inside here now for almost 2 hours, and we can still see the display. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. So I grab it now out of the water, and so let's see how watertight it was. Of course, it hasn't been 3 atmospheres, and it hasn't been like crazy water. I mean, it was lukewarm. There was no salt water, no aggressive water, no soap water. I highly recommend to stay away from all these things. Don't use it in a shower with soap water or so, and also not with hot water like in a spa or something like that. But it looks like, yeah, I would say everything is working normally. So I think because there is no pressure on it anymore, it should be okay to press the buttons, and you can see everything is working as normal. We can even use the light. Everything is perfect. There hasn't been any water inside. So for me, definitely everything worked. And the only negative things which I have found is maybe the visibility, which is a little bit hard inside without the light. Some things which are a little bit small to see. And here the buttons on this side are sometimes a little bit hard to press because they have this protection. I mean, it's also a good thing when we have this protection, so that the buttons here are a little bit protected against heavy bumps or drops or these things. But it can also be a little bit difficult to push in these buttons. But other than that, there is really nothing to complain about this watch. So for me, everything worked. It seems to be a very sturdy, beautiful watch with a lot of functions. So I can give you full recommendation, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.